Canadian, and he said that the North roster that he joined with 2 members who are currently still on this team, it was Gade and AZ. He also had Volda in the mix with Kirby, was the worst team he'd ever played for. And that's because when he joined the team, they were still stuck in their ways. That's not the way MSL used to do it. That's not the way it used to be done. And maybe a bit of a work ethic issue there as we get this one underway. North will be starting on the T side of their map pick, Heroic on the CT side, and their confidence, it should be at an all-time high. The crispy, heroic kids, they don't miss.
That's a great start for Nico, just doubling him up. MSL, the no armor Glock round ain't gonna convert. Tessa's with a double as well, so those two making it happen. I've had my banana delivered.
Oh, already? That was a quick banana delivery.
I mean, I won't be experimenting with the
it's
tip trick.
It's a very, very risky maneuver.
I agree. But this couldn't really get easier for Nico. Look at that, no flashes, no pressure, no bullets his way. He just gets to click on the heads. So it's a solid start for Heroic, no complaints across the board. And Nico, you'll be seeing more from his POV, one of the most influential in terms of taking independent duels on that T side. I really like watching him play.
Well, this nade could do a chunk of damage. You see, well, more than a chunk. Liquor is dead. So that one, thrown and received.
Yeah, he's just a headless Swede now, and 4 of them charging in. It's a lot of damage from that M4. It could very well be the Cadian ace, and that's a quick one. 5 kills. I'll let you do the maths with the SMG. 1 with the nade. That is sensational stuff to start them off and the right foot. Now, T's will be buying. We'll get our AKs out. It will be a sacrifice of some util, but this is the lineup he had, landing right on Lekro's noggin.
Now, one of the notes here is that the M4 did go down for Tessus, and it wasn't retrieved. Cadian did get all of these kills, and now has enough money to buy himself an AWP if he'd like, but everybody on the squad, they carried through MP9s.
Whoa.
So he's actually dropped the MP9 to Tessus.
Aggressive sewer?
The orbit. No, it'd be nice to see some aggression here, yeah.
Look at that. So ready and waiting to drop his smoke had he needed to, but they get sewer control early. And then rotating Tessus early over back to support Cadian, who's already caught the first. He's going to get pressured. He's anticipating it. It's a lot of wide swinging Danes. I don't know whether or not Cadian missed that shot or if it just hit the wall. He took the flick. Tessus has now got a lot of work to do. He's paranoid about the toilets. Nico's trying to draw their attention elsewhere, and it's working well. Enables Tessus and Nico to find SMG frags. They're making it work with only the MP9s. Tessus trying to flash MSL off, and he forces the line, forces the crosshair away. Looks so good for North. The start, locking down the AWPer, but it's just been problem solved.
Yeah, well, Cajun, the oldest boy of the squad in terms of experience, he hits a nice shot there onto Nico. So continuing to disrupt Heroic here in round number 3, but it feels like a matter of time until he goes down. The only big gun we're working with right now will be the AK for Tessus. Cajun has a chance to pick up the AWP and maybe throw that away, but looks like he's searching for this clutch. So it's a 1-on-4 now, a 1-on-3. 35 seconds remaining on the clock now, and 3 to find. That's the second kill, so Tessus falls. This becomes winnable.
Yeah, but that bomb location, I mean, come on, Cajun. Knife out. He surely checks his corners. No, he wasn't expecting the re-aggress, so down positioning is enough. Can borrow up reach. Oh, strong arms.
Go gadget arms right there.
Inspector Gadget.
Cannot believe he picked that up.
I swear he used to be able to fire toothpaste from his sleeves. I'm not making that up.
You're probably right.
It was like a blue paste. It was so peculiar.
Go Gadget was like Mr. Bean crossed with, I was going to say James Bond.
I liked where you were going. I thought this shot was on him. Let me see it again. Okay, so he looked like the... Yeah, he just fired a second before he pulled down and made his adjustment. So just a little out of sync still. Regardless, we are still 3-0. Heroic dealing with that bonus round and doing so very nicely.
See that replay there, Alex?
Yeah.
That's why I love Max.
Yeah, he gives us
we don't get that out of everybody.
Exactly. But basically, he listens to the words we speak. Yeah. And shows you the things you want to know.
If you ask for something and we don't get it, it's because the bot didn't get it.
Yeah.
Max will definitely get it. Don't you worry about that. Max ain't missing a trick.
Max is a stylish and talented human being, and those are my favorite.
And he's pretty hench as well. I don't know how he has time to still lift and do everything.
He just lifts our spirits.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, round number 4, it's just going to be some pistols, upgraded for North. This is standard business. I'm really excited to really sink our teeth into Group B.
I really want that G2 game, bro.
G2 versus NIP and then G2 versus potentially Heroic. That sounds saucy.
Now, gray screen tees off the back of a flash, and Tessus just holds down mouse one. All he has to do, he just has to click when your screen goes white. It's a reaction speed test, if anything, and he passes.
You know, I obviously, this is probably the stupidest thing I've ever said. I love watching Counter-Strike.
Nice one, Chad. Yeah, that's your job.
But when I go to play it, and you know, we play some ESEA games or matchmaking games or whatever, and like we've all been watching and, you know, we're studying and we're looking at everything, and then we get in the game and then we're playing with a couple of randoms and stuff, and you're like, this is why teams spend hours upon hours every single day going over every single situation and how they're going to play off of each other, because it's not just a game about hitting the heads, it's just a game about positioning yourself
and Counter-Strike
movement.
It's one of the because of its depth and its beauty and the same things that draw us to it. It's the same reason it can be so frustrating.
Well, this is going to be frustrating for Cajun. He has to be careful. This is an off angle.
Yeah. I don't know. Gade's going to have a very distinct advantage, but he wasn't expecting it, obviously. Stone's got it. Cadian even catching MSL elsewhere, trying to spot the X on the minimap. I can't work out where MSL's death occurred. Was it Underpass? Oh, there it is. Thank you. It's on Party. His teammate's standing on his corpse. That's why I couldn't see it.
Lecro's picked up the AWP, and if you're not too familiar with some of these roles, maybe a round like this is good to start educating you, because they're in a 3-on-5.
So that smoke lineup, by the way, this is from Chad Birchall's School of Counter-Strike, a very good way to isolate the T side into channeling them in this direction. That's the smoke, but just as it blooms, AZ gets enough of an adjustment. Borup yet to see him in the feed, and well, he does manage to draw blood. AZ a little slow, but the nade will finish. Oh, what? It does 11 damage. Borup had 12. He's eventually finished off. Cadian is rotating in. Now, they do have the numbers advantage, but Cadian being so close is sketchy. The molly stops Cadian's swing on that flash, and they haven't planted. 30 seconds left. 2 Heaven. Tessa's from short.
No smoke for Heaven either. This becomes very difficult.
Shot.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, traded. Cajun now knows where Cadian is located. He just peeks into the AWP. What else is he supposed to do? Had to get the bomb down. Cadian has started this round off with an ace and a triple kill. Grand total 11 from the leader. We already planted the drama seed. And well, let's not forget, he's got a little bit of a point to prove.
Yeah, I think when you look at all the players who have been or in this heroic roster, most of them have played with MSL throughout their career, or some of the North members. Now, Cadian has actually been on North. Nico's been on North in the past. Tess has played. Oh, no, we've got the Overpass sound bug. Hopefully that goes away soon. That's just on our camp. There's a missed molly. Things are going from bad to worse here for North. When we get a slower period, I'll sink my teeth into the history between these two teams.
Yeah, for now, a missed nade and a charge up towards the B side. Oh, the flash is perfect, but still they don't finish the job. Finally, the frags come in. Nico chipping away at MSL, and keeping him alive is half the battle now, because the smoke's gone down Heaven. And they want to stop and contest this plant. MSL's going to get it down. They can't do that. But against pistols, it would come down to some heroics. Maybe Gade's position is the one. Agent taking in. Oh, but the frags are all CTs, and he's made a meal of it. Gade could not find the headshots necessary, and they got loads of time for the defuse.
All right, well, max loss bonus with the plants. Fantastic news for North going into the next round with their bye. But just once again, to go over a couple of these names. If you're not familiar with Cajun B, he used to play with the core of Astralis. Right? They were known as TSM back in the day. They had many names before that. He's...
Question mark?
Yes, he was cast aside from them, I think it was back in 2016, I want to say. I'll have to double check that one. Lecro, if you're not familiar with him, he was part of a Godsent roster in the past. He's been part of NIP. As most recent, he was in-game leading over at NIP, now picked up by North. MSL, an in-game leader of the region. He's, in the last couple of years, shifted from being a rifler to an AWPing in-game leader. We've got AZ, who we've always touted as a star from the Danish region, but we never really see him living up to that title. And then Gade, who actually came through the North Academy. Maybe you remember some names like Mertz. He was with those boys back then and has been playing for North for the last couple of years.
Yeah, Mertz, bit of a flash in the pan as well. Didn't get to see him follow through with some of that potential, at least not yet. So they're progressing up long. I can't help but feel that Tessus is trapped here. Oh, or they're trapped with him. He gets them both. Double headshot on the spray. Uh-oh, Gade's timing could have been perfect, but Tesla's ready and waiting, willing to find a third. Now Nico's timing could not be any better. And look at Cajun B, completely humiliated, shot in the back of the head, unawares. MSL has the AWP on long, but that's all they have left. A scattering of corpses, and Tessa's the main reason behind it. And they're just taking it in turns for multi-kills at this point.
Yeah, and this would be quite the clutch from MSO here. 1-on-4, AWP in hand, and he falls to Katie and the man on the other side. Now, there was a while there, and this was back in, I think it was 2019, is where Katie actually took over the role on North as the in-game leading AWPer. And they didn't want him. They didn't work out. It was not a marriage made in heaven. And now we see Katie, luckily, on this heroic team with a bunch of players that he handpicked when it was the likes of Borup, when it was the likes of Stown left over with Katie, and Esatag was going elsewhere. We had the FPX drama early in the year. Snappy's gone as well. He wanted TeSeS and Nico. Those were the two individuals that Katie wanted. He went to heroic management. He said, these are the boys I want. And look what's happened. This story arc for Katie is one of the longest, I think, that we've had in Counter-Strike, starting as a bit of a minnow. And
absolutely.
Being able to adjust to now a #1 team in the world.
I remember when I had him on the desk and people were like, who is this kid?
Yeah.
You know, like in Katowice 2015, he was there to analyze and people were still trying to work out who he was. And then from the analyst desk, he's risen from the ashes and now holding the #1 spot and convincing us with every game they play. Heroic are 7-0 at the moment here against North. First map of the day. It's Overpass being North's pick as well, so it doesn't necessarily bode too well. Lekro is going to do his usual set.
I think if we see Heroic get up to a 10-0 scoreline, then we're in real trouble for North, but there's still a chance if they can string
nade
two
damage. Cajun and AZ from the short pipe just get bombed.
It's very good timing here on all of the utility used by Heroic. We saw a couple of flub nades from either side. There's no dramas, as Cadian looks like he wants to pop ahead.
Yeah, scary angle to hold. He does get his duel, but wasn't anticipating Cajun's swing. He's lucky to be alive, really. And they're trying to bail him out. They incite Cajun's hunt, and they will find it. Expecting the trade. Will Stown get away with that? It's a good flash. What a perfect pop flash. There was no time for Cajun to react, and that is how you dig yourself out of trouble.
And that is how you get a bomb delivery. There's no better place for the CTs to have the bomb right now, unless they give away a couple more kills. TeSeS takes down AZ. Now it's just Lekro, the Swede, the only Swede in the server.
What a beautiful handling of the situation. They had to get control of that monster pipe before it got too out of whack, and it was Borup's pop flash that stopped that duel going and spiraling out of control. Now Lekro is being locked in. That's TeSeS from Underpass, who obviously Lekro is going to operate under the assumption he could still be there. You can see he's still checking it, and with the door blown off, he has to be so slow and paranoid. TeSeS has locked the door behind him. Can't go monster. Nico and Stown can focus their attention on short. Oh, and a step. He's made it abundantly clear where he's coming from. Now he's getting the headshots necessary, pushing in. They're isolated. He just has to duel with Stown. He knows he's dancing around the pillar, but Stown remains vigilant. Double for TeSeS and Stown. That's 8.
Cadian's only died twice, and we're 8 rounds of play in here. And if you take a quick look at the North scoreboard, you can see that AZ and Gay, they're only operating with 1 kill apiece. So not a lot of impact being found here on the North squadron. So that's a great little flash. The timing's great. The bomb now gets thrown even further into CT territory. Here's the final frag from Stown. Dealing with Lekro. Keeping their streak alive here, Heroic. They've won the half. How many more can they pound on top of this one? More mollies towards the party position. More nades to come out, and more damage found as TeSeS pushes forward. Even more frags. How many has he got so far? 15 kills. TeSeS is on a wild one. He only gets 1 and traded. The M4 will be picked up. Heroic have heavy rotated away from the B bomb site. You can see right now that Nico and Stown have come on over to help out Cadian. This little smoke there to make sure that Borup isn't left on his lonesome. And at this point, North just are retooling. It looks like they're going back towards B with the bomb, but this smoke's being pushed. Borup wants information.
God, Borup. I'll give it about 5 seconds.
Look at this angle that he's holding. It's filthy.
So they push long. Now they're rotating back to B, and they're going to be in the right place at the right time. Look at this full stack. They've got some conviction behind this stack. Borup needs Lekro. He's won that first duel. Calls monster clear. Care sight. No, and Nico's just arrived. No problem for the Danes. My God, they are running circles around North right now.
Yeah, this might be a quick one here today. Could be an extended
the
break
hell?
between our two series. Now, there is another matchup going on right now, and you heard us talking about it a little bit earlier in the day. It is Vitality versus Mad Lions. That is the Group A lower bracket semi-final. The winner of that match will advance to the playoffs and net themselves a spot in the quarterfinals. Now, we've been impressed with Mad Lions and what they've been bringing to the table in such a short period of time. And Vitality, they are now, at the moment, one of the best teams in the world. The map pool for that series is Nuke, Inferno, and Vertigo. That one's live now on the B stream. So if you want to head over to live.intelextrememasters.com, you can check that one out. But you may as well stay here because this is Destruction, this is Carnage, and this is another 2 entry frags for Heroic. Nothing is working for North right now, and we will find them play out another slow, drawn-out mid-round because, well, they lost all the space. They lost 2 of their players, and, well, now they have to find some kills, I guess. This is really not looking good.
Yeah, far from ideal. "17 minutes past 4 on my watch."
I don't think you changed it with daylight saving.
I didn't. I actually lost it for a while.
The watch?
Yeah, it's... you know that alarm that I can't turn off?
Yeah.
Well, it's great for finding your lost watch. If you're ever wondering, you just wait until the time, about 3:20. Borup's found the necessary frags to pretty much confirm this round. Let's bomb loose in toilets, and the CTs have given it to them. Nico long, Cadian has toilets, Nin Lacro has no options at all. They've even gone for the double orb. Now, I believe that there's many players that are capable, but Stown is certainly the second in command when it comes to the secondary orb.
I think Stown's just one of these players where he can be an absolute monster, and the flexibility of having guys who are just so raw, they can do the secondary orping, they can find a lot of impact, but so far a few 10 in a row.
I mean, okay, fair enough. I don't know why I'm sitting there tutting my tongue at not seeing a double orb, because there is vulnerabilities to it, and clearly one is working fine.
Look at this. This is just... I love how Heroic are on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
You talk about teams needing to be on that same frequency and understand the game plan. Well, Heroic have a clear approach to these games. Now, it always looks a little bit different. You know, one game you watch, they always do, say, vent control on Nuke. The next game you watch, maybe they won't do any vent control. But they always come in with a clear game plan.
Oh, he's flopped that nade a couple of times. Back to the strat server with you. Stown's trying to hold down mouse 1. Borup gets 2. Oh, my God.
Oh, okay. This is...
I mean, I was expecting it to be a Heroic win. I was about to even say convincing win, but...
Not like this.
No.
We only started this series 18 minutes ago.
No, you didn't. No, we didn't. We're not finishing a half in less than 25 minutes.
Looks like it.
Bloody fudge nuggets. That's fast. That is very fast.
When do you call a timeout? Probably now?
Yeah.
11 rounds in the hole.
I think that's probably about time to get that tactical timeout called.
Second. I didn't even see the first.
I didn't know
That's
the first.
just how quick it's gone. So this does the talking.
Wait, I'll do some quick maths here, chaps.
All right. You do the maths, I'll do the talking, while Alex puts 2 and 2 together.
Well, North have 19 frags, Cadian has 17. That's right, North as a squad, just 2 frags to the good of 1 individual.
How did you go about your arithmetic? Did you get the 6 plus the 3 and the 1 equals 10?
My brain's all stupid. I do, well, I know that 6 plus 6 is 12.
Okay.
Then I plus the 1 from the 7, so that's 13.
Okay.
And then I add the rest and add that to 13.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone just has different ways of going with simple addition.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think everyone's just finding their own way to make sense of the weird language that is numbers.
I want to get excited, guys, but...
Don't you dare force it. Don't you dare.
And they're doing it. No, they've taken control of sewer. No one's gone down yet.
Bloody mouth, young man.
Sorry, everyone.
No.
They haven't even found an entry kill yet, Alex.
Wait, you're telling me opening kills are 11 to 0? Aha! Ha ha! Cajun B finds the opening kill. Caster Curse manifests again.
Did you hear me?
I think he did. Now, Cadian holding a very peculiar angle for that slide boost, and, well, he might have to do a bit more now. MSL's taken Tessus down. He does very well to find a single frag on that double peak.
Okay, North, you've got a number man advantage.
2 opening picks.
You've got utility. You have a minute to work with.
Ooh. Bit of a gap there if Down wanted to cross back. Not going to be exploited just yet. Oh, no gap at all. Tell a lie. Looked a bit wonky.
Cadian's rotating over here as well. They're gamble stacking B, and it's the right call. He's got a bucket load of utility as well.
Yeah, it'd be good to see a smoke or a molly down a monster or short. One of the two. 15 seconds until that really does win them the round. They're walking up monster now. What's Cadian's plan with that util? He's going to scope it instead. Chance for a flash, but he still pulls the trigger. Sounds peeking up, very vulnerable, does get finished off. Borup and Cadian being hunted down. Borup's adjusted nicely, it's all onto MSL. He hits the necessary shots, and that's a triple kill on the T-side AWP to pull North's first home.
Well, they're lucky they won that one. Otherwise, I was going to get League Ops on the phone, throw in
the towel
and see if we can move on to map number 2, because if Heroic gamble stacked correctly there, that would have just absolutely unraveled North. Knowing that they were predicted by Cadian, who's sitting at 8-2, make it 8-3 after that death. This is fantastic stuff from MSL there, finding them there first. So if they can get it 4 on the half, win pistol round, get their CT side wall erected, then yeah, we can start having a conversation for a game. But we're not there yet. Winning a 1-on-2 situation to close out their first round, it doesn't convince anybody. It's crazy that they were 11-0, and then as soon as I said that, Cajun finds one. Okay, well, North, can you find another? And you need to. Cadian aggressive. He's been spotted. That's a missed shot. Will not be re-peeking, as MSL thinks better of it as well. So after they've established where the AWP Cadian is, I feel like they have a good idea of the next step in round number 13. Cade through connector. We'll have to get past Nico. This is going to be a difficult duel.
Big one to win with the Galil. Down should get the punish. So they have a lot of control of water, which means that Monster's the only threat. Borup, aware of this. And they've got the rotation in just in time. Another flash, perhaps for Stown to peek off. Here they come. Stown. Oh, he's multitasking. It's too much. Overwhelmed. Borup still finds something. Finished off by MSL. They're finally making it work. Tessa's caught in transition. Lekro swings out for that. And it does seem like 2 in a row for North. B finishes as well.
Yeah, Cadian has to save. Difficult to retake that one. Difficult to do it with an AWP. And that is going to be 3 players for North staying alive. Hazy's actually shifted over to an M4. It's curious to see. Lekro with the AK-47, a little bit of utility left over, and they just need to sit and wait. You can see on the B bomb site, they set up their post-plant positions. As we can tell, Cadian doesn't want anything to do with this, as far away as he possibly can be in the playground. And finally, they've been able to make some headway based off the fact they did find another opening kill. It's 2 rounds back-to-back, one from Cajun and one from Gade in consecutive rounds. Has helped North do exactly that. Bomb goes off. 11-2. Cadian makes a footstep. And they must have missed it with the bomb explosion because nobody turned their attention. Here's this shot from MSL to bail them out. Borup could have been on for a multi here, and that's a great one. So good impact from MSL in 2 consecutive rounds here.
That's what the doctor ordered. Important.
Okay, so how many more can they get? It's only option to get 4 in total, but the buys for Heroic are looking good for round number 14. Their loss bonus has built up to the point where in the final round of play here in the first half, they will have a decent investment considering the residual cash. But they love more rounds.
Cadian! Oh, he's getting pushed and he still finds the first blood. Hazy sent back to watch. Pressure from both sides. Cadian could get pushed on that smoke. Oh, it's so sketchy. Finally, MSL's the one to knock him off his perch.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was committed to either duel. They're so worried about the flank, and, well, right to be, as it put Tessus in a position of pressure. Oh, you're getting flanked.
Oh, what? Oh, wow. Cajun B was... No, Borup! He pulled his knife out to punish as Cajun checked.
That ain't it, dog.
That ain't it. Gade's gonna get him. He's hunting them both down. Nico does very well to get away with something. He gets a frag onto Gade, but still a 1v3. And Borup probably punching his desk after this one. Oh, yikes. But still, you're 11 rounds to the good. Of course, you're gonna start feeling a little extra frisky.
Yeah, you want to hope that they're able just to have a giggle about that one and then course correct when they get into the second half. But that was a round for Heroic to lose. And when you go for plays like that and they backfire, well, that's the reason you lose the round.
You feel like such a plum with the knife in your hand.
Down's dead here and through. Oh, okay. They're not facing. I thought they were going to try and fight this. Good nade. Everybody's softened up, but he has the worst weapon for the job. The AWP, it doesn't matter if they're 1 or 100.
Nice little molly landing exactly as he planned to push. And Lekro is going to probably take a little cursory glance as the Stown walk away does occur. They don't overlap, so he gets away. At least now, silently disappearing before their very eyes. 3 for North in a row from the 11-0.
making the best of a bad situation, I suppose. North right now, third on the board, 11-3. Just feels like Heroic are going to be asking a couple of questions because they were able to find the entry off of Cadian here. Doing some interesting moves, flashing up AZ, and then this is where he was stuck between the rock and a hard place. MSL finishes him off. Even finds another frag, so good stuff there from MSL. All three of these rounds that they've posted have been through MSL and Impact on the AWP. And that's something that you want to see on a map like Overpass. On the CT side, he will be tasked with that primary AWPing duty yet again. So getting warmed up is very important. But Cadian searching once more, looking for the slide boost. Actually a run boost in Monster here to get us down to the other side. But Tessus and Cadian, they're about to have North players in their face.
Look at these angles. Tessus has got so many cooked up, and ooh, on the transition, MSL nearly timed it perfectly, and he will peek into Tessus. Another opening kill for North, finishing strong. Took him a while to start getting the ball rolling. It's been brown on blue now for the last few rounds, filling the feed to start us off. Now that mid-round aggression, Borup's been going for it time after time. Cajun's ready for it this time. And it's right eye. It's a clean and easy frag for Cajun B. The tag actually coming out from Cadian, and had his nade not failed, it could very well have been the necessary kill. Instead, the numbers continue to be a very large discrepancy. Stown has peeked into Underpass, doesn't find anything worth reporting.
Yeah, he needs these teammates, he needs them now. There's 45 seconds left. The indication from North is they're going B, and Stown misses another shot. Pressure's on now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get flashed off, so he's just decided to focus on short tunnel. Now pivoting around, likely flashbang. He's just going to have to pull the trigger on that. Just in limbo. I think he thought he was somewhere else. Fully flashed by Gade, and yeah, this is absolutely flawless from North. You can see the util and what it's done to Cadian. His options completely limited. It is the final round of play, though. So he's just going to loop back around and see what he's supposed to do with this. I mean, 4 Ts, bomb down, AWP in hand.
Stat pad, I suppose, 20 kills. See if you can get
a couple more.
Yeah, I guess if you can get 24, Cadian. You don't even have to win the round. 3, 2, 1, he's dead. That's the half. 11-4 for Heroic. It started strong, but North, they bounce back. Stick around. We're going to a break, and we'll see which Danish squad comes out on top in map number 1.
Forgetting who I was, or have to look back that far. And I don't want to forget who, get who. And are you just fucking around in my mind one last time?
11 rounds to 4. North, you would expect this Overpass story to be nothing but a formality at this point, but the fact that it was 4 consecutive rounds, seeing them call off, Heroic definitely proved to be mortal by the end of that first half. Admittedly, still definitely a very sharp edge to the boys up against Jumpy. Good to see his face again. Haven't seen that ex-coach of Fnatic in a while. He's been given the responsibility of guiding North squad to some resuscitation. And I'm seeing a lot of utility for the T-start here. We're going to have Borup, double flash and a molly, double flash and smoke for Stown, and no special pistol upgrades. So they've definitely got intention here. I'm intrigued to see how that interacts with this CT info push. They're going long and party for info, and Tessus, he's going to get more than he bargained for, and MSL's won that duel cleanly. Will they expect the double up? Oh, this is great from North. It's a massacre. There's only one frag reported, and it's very short-lived. Double for Cajun, taking all that util for free. Can't believe his luck. That's 5 for North, and that's 5 in a row.
Yes, it's good stuff. Ever since they were able to get, well, the start of opening kills, the tail end of the first half, they've been continuing that. 4 out of the last 5 rounds they've found the opening frags have North, and wow, they were up against it. You saw some mad multi-fragging for the likes of Tassus and Cadian. They were locking down North and anything they tried to do on that T side, but let's see if they can find a resurgence as we get back underway here. It will be Heroic keeping things relatively conservative. It's going to be Glocks and 1 P250 for Cadian. Light bit of utility. There was a smoke thrown out, and now a couple of flash bangs. MSL's taking a lot of space. That means they can hedge their bets at this point North. If you're a B defender, you know something might just be on the other side. Flash over and away they go. Oh, not like this, Alex. Alex, not like this.
It's not going to finish like this. Down and Nico fighting Glock frags. Oh no, and now an MP9. Oh, North, I can feel the salt mines starting to be excavated. Cajun and MSL already shaking their heads, trying to retake. This was nothing. Take a look. Glocks, a P250. Nico gets 2. MSL's trying to dig him out of trouble. And, well, they aren't no armor. He does manage to find the double. It makes it manageable. But Cajun's got no kit. And finding Stown, he needs to find Nico. And time is his best friend. The kit is under the toes of his adversary. He won't have time to retrieve it. Feels like they've actually got the full eco win here. They have. Nico confirms it. Quad kill from Nico. What a time to rise to power. From 8 frags on an eco, he comes out with 12. And you can see 263 damage dealt. What a slaughter.
Guys, I don't know what to tell you. That was literally 4 Glocks and 1 P250. That should never happen, and it has. That is what we would consider in the business a bit of a free round there for North. They should have seen themselves with 6 before the AKs came out, but now the money for Heroic, it is built up to such a point. They get several gun rounds out of just Nico going absolutely ham. And you can see North, I would be taking a tactical timeout too. And not to discuss anything, kind of just to have a look at each other and say, really? Did we just lose that round? We worked so hard to get 4 on the board. MSL having impact with the AWP. He was actually leading the charge at the tail end of that first half. 10 kills for him. Still at the top with 13 now. Did his best on that retake. But you can't be losing rounds like that. Not on your map choice. Not against Heroic. Well, they're going to force buy back North. MSL straight into the scout. Deagles for the other 4 members. Smokes as well. If they're able to bounce back here against Heroic, then maybe it's not the end of the world, but it definitely is starting to feel that way. Heroic took their foot off the gas towards the tail end of the first 15 rounds. Let's see if they can finish this one off in style. A 16-5 would be a bit of a statement. To walk straight past Cajun's position. Now, he could be a little bit of a sleeper in this round, depending on the timing.
I do like their spacing, though. So you can see how much gap Borup's got behind him. He was watching the long push. He will continue to be watching the flank here. You can see his pacing is deliberate so as to stop the Cajun B play from being an issue. MSL is bounding, leaping into the clutches of Nico, and that's already a plan. The rest of the CT stacked on B have got nothing to do. Stown's lingering on sandbags, and that's even more powerful because don't forget, they're locked in.
And they force spot. So at this point, if they take away these deagles and the armor, North have nothing going into the next round. Smoke fades.
Good find. That little jiggle from Stown actually cost him his life as... Ooh, Borup does not want to lose an AK to these deagle armor save at all. And so you can see that hesitance in his position. Cajun is going to have a look, though. I don't know if Borup's ready for this. Ooh, doesn't need to be. Quick reactions. And the AKs are maintained. 13 found for Heroic, despite North starting to close the gap in that first half. They've come in flatlined behind Eco. Puts Heroic in good stead to close this one out cleanly. Like MSL leaping around this corner, you can see that that's just a perfect indication that he was not ready for that pace.
Wow. Look at Nico.
The hell?
He's having a good time.
A man
He should
possessed.
be having a great time. I think there is a definite reason for celebration for Heroic here. They actually won the last big European tournament we had, DreamHack Open Fall. They came out on top of that one over Vitality. And speaking of Vitality, their series is live versus Mad Lions right now. If you heard me speaking about it, it's on the B stream. First half has concluded 9-6 in the favor of the Lions. So check that one out. We'll bring you updates throughout the day, but these saved Eagles and that UMP, that's the best they've got. And the UMP falls, it will be picked on up, scavenged by Gade. But that's the opening kill, falling in favors for Heroic once again. Oh, they're going to pip the gap again. Tessus is just going to walk straight past here. Cajun, if he's not careful and gets caught looking the other way, he's going to die.
Oh, what a peek. Cajun actually was the one to take the frag. Gade catches a lot of flack through the wall bang. Not the wall bong. Ouch! A reboost. They were not expecting that. Nico took the opportunity after knocking him off their perch to go and line up a nade, and it's cost him his life. So bomb retrieved. Cajun finding a huge frag to keep his team in the round. 50 seconds left as they do start to lean B. It's going to be determined primarily by Necro and Gade. They need to find at least one on these three before that bomb goes down.
I like the contact here from Heroic, not giving away their positions, walking in, crouching down. Spotted.
And there's Gade. Necro needs to do something. He's being closed in on. Down has so much util. If he gets this frag, he can drop it. Okay, Cajun continues. He's on for the clutch now. 1 versus 2. He knows where Stown was. He knows where Cadian is. Tags him down to 8. Hunting Stown now. Spots his shoulder. Hunting Cadian. Where's he gone? He doesn't know. Spots him, but it's not enough. Significant damage dealt to both, but it's Stown's quad kill that rings through the ears into round 20. 14 found by the Danish roster, holding the #1 spot in the world, and MSL pulling out his signature AWP. You'll see how that quad kill started. It was on the boost. AZ losing his life. Gade caught on the push. Lecro found out. They had so much utility left to finish that job off.
Notice here as well how you always see Heroic fighting together. Cadian was low. If Stown wanted to bait his teammate and play out the 1v1, he could have definitely done that, knowing that Cadian had hemorrhaged a lot of HP in the earlier duel. But they always fight together, Heroic. They have a very good understanding of how to play as a team, and with only 2 more rounds remaining and a North limping into a gun round with low utility, this might be 15 on the board. Looks like a B finish for Heroic here with 1 minute and 25 on the clock. They're going to be setting up some tactical nukes, and AZ is ready to catch this.
Ooh, bye. Gade is low. Lecro. Oh, that's a good spray. They need to find Gade, and he's done it with 1 HP. Double with 1 HP. Gade wins them the round. Unless Cadian's got other plans, he's going around the world, but Gade just does the impossible.
I cannot believe Gade course corrected there. That looks fantastic from Heroic. The nades, that was the entry. Then
Double
Lecro
kill.
mops up with a double of his own. And now Cadian in the mid-round, we've seen him go for a lot of these where he has other teammates alive and he'll flank around and draw some rotations. Well, now it's just him on his lonesome. If he
Could
take
get
out
MSL.
then yeah, this gets interesting. I think he's in B.
Oh, spots him. He does catch MSL. Well, that's going to answer some of their quandaries, and well, gets rid of the AWP. Powerful punish already. Now, Gade being 1 HP does surely make this slightly more manageable for Cadian as the CT smoke is dropped.
I think that helps him a little bit. Gives him a bit more room.
Feels like it. He can even push through it, but it is 1 HP, and he's found a gap. Cadian on for the 1v3. Doesn't know where the last remaining player is. It's above him, and it's Cajun's punish. Close, very close stuff from the in-game leader, but it puts the 6th on the board for North. They've got the cash to splash on the T side as well. It requires a couple of drops, maybe even a timeout. Haven't seen Heroic use one of them yet. But look at this from AZ. He really doesn't get less counterplay than that. 1 bouncing off, 1 direct hit, and then Gade with 1 HP, continuously moving as well. You can see his crouch spray in that first frag. He knew that he had to stay dynamic.
And it was his last 3 bullets as well for that headshot. So fantastic stuff there from Gabe. Impact necessary as North, they stay alive. But for how long? MSL forward. He might get chased down. Nico was coming. He was quick, but just the timing here. And that space is quickly being taken away from North. They have to fall all the way back into the bomb site here. Normally, it's a slow progression.
Yeah.
Normally, you drop back procedurally. But here, with all that early pressure from Heroic, they have no option. Look at this again.
How much control they're getting.
In at 20.
God, if he gets into that headshot flower bot.
Oh, he has to. Sorry, Lecro.
Jesus. Yeah, you can jump for info. He's going to get the frag. Lecro's bailing the squad out. There's more on the site. He's getting the info and the frags. Oh, Heroic. You've really let it slip there.
Yeah, fumbled a couple of easy frags. Lecro standing tall again. Back-to-back multi-kills.
Just taking it in turns. First Gage with his hero moments. Now Lecro with only a FAMAS. He's like, everything points towards one result. And 2 rounds in a row now, North have managed to turn it on its head.
It definitely looks better in terms of the positioning, have Heroic, but not finishing off the frags. Finally, they will get a kill, but Stown took so much damage. They're down to 10. I think damage is just name of the game again here for Heroic. 35 seconds on the clock, and they're being closed in on. Easy as you like. Easy with 2. Lecro win the AK frag, and that one felt like it was over before it really got going. If they weren't able to convert the kills onto the site, that was the risk that was taken. Sometimes you have to go with them. Cadian likes to run a bit of a looser ship. MSL a bit more of a strict in-game leader. And on the FAMAS, good stuff there as Tassus and Nico are 2 of the harder hitters from this Heroic roster. And yeah, you would be frustrated with that one. You made the right play, you had the right timing. Just unable to connect the shots and hold up. 2 P250s in a Glock this time, Alex. Sorry, 3 P250s in a Glock. Maybe this is a win.
Yeah, I guess it worked with the Glocks, then maybe it will work again.
Look at a plant. That's a freebie. Okay, that feels nice. Surely they don't win this.
No.
5v5.
I mean, a bomb
5v4.
plant in an eco is enough. That's enough of a helping hand.
Well, team flash. He just acted as bait. All right, they do mop this up. Cadian, come on, mate. Come on now. What are you going to do? Get a kill, maybe a knife. Not looking good. He's just going to survive over towards heaven. Peppering away. Unable to get the kill. So AZ converts. Heroic 14, North 8. This might be getting interesting now if Heroic continue to let a couple more of these gun rounds slip. Cadian will be dropped across an AWP. AKs for the other 4. Buy now for North. Finally looking respectable.
Well, so is the scoreline now.
Yeah.
I mean, God, at 11-0, if we'd taken a snapshot of the server, you'd have felt like you could say with 100% certainty this one was going one particular way, but I'm seeing gaps. It's how often they show for North's defense here. Now, a different look. And the relevant stack, MSL's bringing the AWP to short. He's a little behind the mark. He gets the necessary frag. He's being hunted. So hungry, but MSL, while flashed, pulls the trigger onto Stown. Borup now got to deal with the whole squad. He does well to find the first. The flash is good onto MSL, but he doesn't get taken down for it. Now he can drop the smoke. Cajun onto Borup. This is done. Nico needs a multi. He can't find it. MSL's popping off. Give him the 4th. I think he'll take it. Thank you very much. I'm here to AWP. I'm here to close the gap. 9 for North as they continue to shake Heroic to their core.
Yeah, it feels like Heroic are rushing a couple of these situations and, well, North, mainly MSL, on 17 kills are getting the better of them. There's the opening, and the fact he gets this one blind, how does he get away with this? Flashes galore, just a bit of a pot shot there, and great stuff from the captain, the in-game leader, the AWPer, the everything for North right now. As we can almost detail these 9 rounds they put on the board by who had the most impact. You had Lecro with some multi-kills, Gade with 1, MSL with a bunch in that first half. Just the pistols now for Heroic. This time it's not the Glocks. It's P250s, a Deagle, Tech 9s. 2 smokes and 2 flashes. This could be dangerous depending on where they want to apply these smokes. If they go for deep bank and CT, they're not going to give them the cover they require. We can see right now that both of the A defenders are a little bit more forward of that. First smoke thrown out from Borup. Tessus lining his up now as that limped in smoke just in front of the bomb site means they can walk themselves a little bit closer. It's drawn out a rotation as well, so North now have 3 defenders here. There's the second smoke, and here comes the flashes.
Cajun's not going to be taking any of those flashes. He is actually caught by one, and it gives them some time to swing into the site. MSL does catch another, and it's a multi for Lekro. Nobody's getting across this line. A good deeg. Just a consolation prize, and MSL realizes that's obviously a lucky deagle. He'll be taking that one into the next round.
That'll be Digis.
Yeah, 10. This is usually where you start the comeback story. So from 11-0 to 14-10. Definitely a quiet one, and those 3 rounds that Heroic have found here on the attack have happened within the first 4 rounds of play. Here in the second half, so definitely more room for North to maneuver.
Yeah, if they continue in this fashion, especially finding a lot of these opening frags, it looks like Heroic might need to button up a little bit, but they're going fast. They're going quick onto B.
Run boost? Oh, that would have been really nice, but cancelled. Get him on the other side of that smoke. Pulls a lot of early util out, but Cajun, that door gives him a perfect avenue to fight short. Stown, however, is forging a path onto the B site, and AZ does win out on that duel to Borup. He wants more. And the flash is enough to suppress. He doesn't drop off, though. He wants to peek over this smoke. He knows it's powerful, and he catches them both. Just Nico from short then, and AZ doesn't have the spray. His teammates do. It's an 11 for North. They continue their run. And I think about now is where if I'm Heroic, I'm saying, guys, come on. I mean, like, obviously, we're going to win, but, like, can we do it now?
Yeah, I'm starting to get nervous for them because we call them the fakey boys, and that's normally because when they take as much space as what we've just seen, before they initiated into a duel with AZ, they would have dropped back. They would have actually made North think. They make a lot of their opponents consider the options within these mid-rounds, and right now they're definitely forcing the issue. That's at their detriment, and North, they should be licking their lips. They should be happy with this. Look at this run of rounds that they've managed. That's 6 on the trot. Sure, they lost that terrible round 17, but regardless, they're back in this one. And Heroic, if they continue at this pace, if they continue to be, I don't want to say lazy, if they continue to try and rush the close of this game, they might be the ones getting closed in on. Scoreline 14-11 now. North in touching distance, just 3 required. Heroic will purchase back in. Galil this time for Stown, so a bit of an omission for the start. Light utility for a few members. That's Borup and Tessus just operating with smoke and flash. And now the pace will be changed. MSL should be able to read and book this. He knows that the pace that they've been witnessing, you would be expecting something a little bit slower and a default hold now to deal with it.
Where did Gade's health just go? Must have been through the smoke, yeah.
Jinx.
I have to cast, though.
Alex.
Thank you. Cajun does go down in the toilet, and MSL, oh, a rare miss. That's going to cost him. That's space. Lekro's going to desperately rotate in, and he has got just enough time to tuck into the powerful bomb box. Says nobody's home. Now the fakey boys can do their fakey things. This is where you want to keep the CT spread wide, unable to solve this one. And what a shot onto the AWPer. Spots a toe as well. Lekro has done enough to at least slow them down. Now the incendiaries drop to isolate and enable him to take another glance.
Almost.
Nearly got caught by the cross. I like the intention from Lekro, but now things get very awkward for the CTs. North might have to consider a save. They've got 1,400 loss bonus, Chad, into the next, so I'll let you do the maths.
Yeah, it's essential at this point. If we reel this one through, you can see if Gade and AZ hold on to this, that's fine. AZ can drop a gun for Cajun, who'll just be outside of touching distance for a buy. MSL could purchase into an AWP yet again, and Lekro will have enough money to see himself flush with their rifle and utility. So there won't be any dramas for North going into the next round, other than the fact that if they lose one more, that's game over. And this is their map pick. They have made the scoreline look respectable. I do want to question some of Heroic's gusto in a few scenarios.
Gusto?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old-fashioned word. I like that you're bringing it back.
I was talking to my mum a little bit earlier, so...
She say, oh, you've got some gusto.
She didn't,
son.
But I can imagine that's probably something she would say.
I think Gusto's was the name of the restaurant in Ratatouille.
Okay.
So that's my contribution to the conversation.
I want to look up the definition of the word.
Remy the Rat. And Lekro's beard, though. This is what I'm talking about. This is one of the, you know, you don't see it initially. One of the upsides of all of this time away from events is that players can experiment with their facial hair.
Yeah, and look, guys, we've spoken about this many times. Stay away from the neck beards.
Yes, shave your neck.
But also don't shave it up to the point
it's
where
also-
it's just under your jawline
No,
either.
no, but I know, and I've been there. Like,
Yeah.
I did that because I'm sitting there like, well, you can see my hairy double chin, but I'm afraid that that's just the body, not the facial hair. It's going to save you. You just have to baby steps.
We've all worn a beard as a mask at one point in our lives.
Absolutely.
Or we've tried to.
Yeah.
And there's no shame in it.
If anything, I still have my beard.
Well, I think that I think that your facial hair looks quite nice.
Yeah, man.
It's really coming in. It doesn't look like pubic hair on your face
Not anymore.
So
I'm
it's
glad.
definitely shifted away from that old drama, but it comes with
But
age.
for some reason, men seem to grow lots of hair on their neck and not so much on the face, which is where we tend to want it. So shave your neck, even though if it is a luscious field. Focus on the old facial hair, not neck hair. Now, that's the end of our quick unsponsored segment. Maybe we need to get sponsored for that segment.
Well, if you're in Cologne and you need your haircut, we got a guy.
We do have a guy.
Oh, pep it on down. Bar up, cops a couple.
Some more. Oof, that's a nasty spray. Borup finished off by the nade as well. It does not get worse than that for Borup. He has not seen any part of the damage that took him down there.
The fact that Nico stands here, he still has problems.
I mean, I like the chances. AKVM4 in this close corner. He wins the duel, only close, only just. But by having control of this rotation now, he's got a lot of info, and MSL is going to have to back away. It looks like Heroic are grouping up towards the B side of things, so Nico will be able to throw out his util, probably a Heaven Smoke, and
Ooh.
all of that good stuff. Maybe
We were talking about this position the other day from AZ, actually, when Vitality
we
were on
were.
the server, I believe. We said RPK likes to play it, so a bit of an off angle, not one they might expect, and this boost could be caught out by it. Depending on how much of the head that Stown wants to show as he will mantle onto Nico momentarily. Flash over, Sound Q made, still going with it.
Yeah, that was, I mean, maybe you need to take a leaf out of Spirit's book. Mir and Magics have got that one down point, down pat. AZ dropped off of his position. He wants to drop the smoke, and oh no, what? Gage just gets caught despite Gage trying to extinguish the Molotov. AZ extinguishes two, puts two down, and now repositioned enough for the swing of MSL. Looking good. North continue to be a problem. Heroic are not getting this cleanly. They're not getting their overpass win. This was North's pick, and you can see that their CT side certainly has more evidence as to why.
They've been able to do a great job of this, and I think that each individual has stepped up in different rounds for them. A couple of multis or a big frag to deny some territory, and that's going to be the 12th, 15 to 12 now. Heroic saving this AWP means we will see a buy again, and so does the cash money in residual for the 4 members who did hit their grave. Everybody had enough to buy other than Stown. He might opt in for a Galil. But there's AZ with some impact of his own for stopping them at Sandbag. And there is that buy that I was mentioning. 3 AK-47s, the Galil for Stown, AWP saved for Cadian. Another timeout called for North. They won't have any to use for the remainder of this game. Even if we go to overtime, they can't take a timeout. They do not reset. So all 4 used, and that's given them a total of 2 minutes over this 30-round game to discuss their options.
At this point, though.
Yeah, it never felt like it should have gone this far.
Never, ever.
I think if we do get Heroic for a post-game interview, that will be the angle of the question. Did you let the game get out of control, or were North playing good? And I hope they don't give us a cop-out.
Yeah, but this is the mentally taxing stage where you've come so far. And what did MSL say to us? He says, I just don't want it to be another close loss. And I mean, yeah, it wasn't going to be. When you take a look at the highlights, you can see the scoreline. This was MSL 3K to put the second on the board, and into that 14th round, he even managed to double up. So a big part of their comeback. And now look how far it's come. 15 to 12. The game keeps going. Heroic starting to look a little more lost. They laid off the door. Want to try and lock that down as an avenue of assault. The smokes will keep raining down towards Monster Tunnel. Short pipe as well. Cadian actually just wants them to go off this. He's got the barrel molly. And into the site comes Borup. He's found by Lekro. Crossfires are strong here. Gade eventually is found. There's one more on the site, and that's AZ, and he's been spotted out at least. But they've even gone for the plant. That is fast, and Nico finds the frag. Surely not off the back of the North timeout. Heroic just with the B hit. Smokes are up. MSL has the util, and Cajun coming from Monster. They need this, and they need it now. Time keeps ticking. Here's the reload. He knows Nico's down there. And that was the crucial frag they needed. Cajun's gone down. Molly does something, but the wide swing's coming in. Tessus confirms it. Heroic take North